This is an example of how to automate a process, and this is for the May 6th, 2015 meetup. Example number one, I have 27 normal URLs. I have to change them by inputting them into a web page and then waiting for that to process another URL for analytics. And I got to do that one by one 27 times. Now that's just a little bit on what UTM URLs are. Not really important for this specific example purpose. So this is what the process kind of looks like in general. The process overview is you got to get all 27 URLs individually one by one, insert them into the website, add the different campaign details. If you don't really know what UTMs are, just know that you got to insert like 4 different descriptions in order to make the link valuable for analytic tracking purposes. And then you got to run the app in the web browser, so it's like a web app, and then save it in a certain location. So all said, a whole bunch of stuff, all these little steps are involved, and collectively they add up to 187 steps, not including the URL extraction, and it takes about 27 minutes if I want to do all 27 URLs, insert them, add the campaign details. So it's really lengthy process, because running the app you got to wait maybe like, I don't know, 30 seconds until you can enter the next one, unless you want to open up a ton of browser tabs, which would be very bad for your RAM memory, and you won't be able to do that many other things at the same time. So without further ado, this is exactly what it is. So I know it looks kind of weird and scary at first, but first of all, this is like a web browser that allows you to just basically take small different pieces and put them together like a puzzle, so that at the end you have all the steps that are necessary for your specific I guess process. AppleScript gives you a little bit more flexibility. You can use a lot of different alternatives if you're not a Mac user. Use a lot of we can use JavaScript, or we can use some macros. We'll be discussing that during the actual meetup. And then just there's the data sheet that it's supposed to pull from. So the point is, this is all supposed to be automated. You're supposed to be able to do other things while the process is running. So let's give it a look and see what happens. So it just went from here, got some stuff from here, then now it's going here to the web browser, and the web browser is doing its thing. It logged in, and now, well, it started from A because I put it from A, and that's a mistake. But then it'll loop around and then get the info from B. So as you can see, it's now here, and it placed the UTM at the bottom. Then, like, I'm just waiting for the second round, because that's what will show how you can just go off and do other things while it's doing this. It'll show how this is really valuable. So instead of me sitting here for 27 minutes, I can allow this to enter all the info. Oh, I guess the first one wasn't all that wrong, because the first one was actually Yeah, it pulled from row B, and that's defined in the range. In any case, that can be discussed again at the meetup, but you can see how this, like, these three really accessible programs are just helping to get a bunch of different information, different categories, and then automatically placing all that info into a web app, and then it's just generating all of these links that I need. And then later on, when I need to actually go back and use these in for analytics, then I'll be able to just automate that process as well. Automate, and I already have. I'll show it, I guess, sometime soon. Automate the process of getting the stats and then making them into a graph so that you can then use them for different purposes. So that is example number one. I'll be giving a ton of different examples. And yeah, hopefully this clarifies a little bit of kind of what I mean by automation processes and how, it's going to shape the discussion next Wednesday. Okay, I'm going to stop this now.